Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Fight CPS to Stop Taking Our Children. I am your host, Bob Pace, and it's a warm welcome. I want to first off thank Grace, our show producer, for helping me out tonight. It was so funny because I had entered my room and my backdrop that normally is back there wasn't there. And so she read my mind even before I was able to send her a message. So thank you, Grace, if you can hear me. Anyway, this is a live stream that's broadcast to you twice a day. I'm on at nighttime at 7 p.m. every night of the week. And on the weekdays, I'm on at 10 a.m. And on the weekends, I'm on at 8 a.m. They're 1 hour live streams. The times I give you are the West Coast of California Pacific Standard Time. Remember, the East Coast is 3 hours ahead of me. So for you guys on the East Coast, if you have a 7 o'clock show here on the West Coast, it'll be 10 o'clock your time. In the morning, it'll be 1 o'clock during the weekdays, your time on the East Coast. And on the weekend, it'll be 11 o'clock on the weekend. Again, that's East Coast time. I'm just trying to tell you because in the past, a lot of you get really confused with time zones. If you're in the central time zone like Texas, you're 2 hours ahead of me. So that's not too bad. But anyway, I am so happy to see Akima Richardson, KK. You've been a long time missing. Now, Akima Richardson is a long-time friend of mine that comes in here. She is from Brooklyn, New York. She's had a horrible case that turned really sour. She does her own live stream on Monday nights at 5:30 her time. And anyway, I wonder how she's been. Having a very hard day today. Is my daughter's 10th birthday, and I'm overwhelmed. I can understand that. Are you able to see your daughter? Now, Kima Rich says, you're a girlfriend of mine too, babe. Who you, Bob? Your girlfriend. Are you talking about my show producer, Grace? Wow, a year ago. That is terrible. I did not know it's been that long. I did not know it's been that long there. Um, are you still doing your Monday night shows? You still doing your Monday night shows? Oh, good. Thank you, KK. Thank you. 2 years. For people that don't know what KK was going through, is that she was trying to get her kids back and have visitation stuff, but her kids turned on her. Now they say they want nothing to do with their mother. And so she's had to fight that issue, which is a terrible issue. Which is a terrible issue. Um, I understand. I understand. Yeah, tonight is Monday night. So you were streaming tonight. Yeah, 5:30, 6:30, 6:30. So it'd be 8:30 my time if you're at 5:30 your time. But anyway, I'm glad that you stopped in to see me, and I'm glad that you keep me up to breath. What's the latest with your children? What's the latest? I haven't talked to you in over a month. What's the latest with your children? Do they still not want to see you? And they terminated? You haven't had your date to have your termination rights yet, have you? KK does just like I do, a live stream. And she talks about CPS and help out people with their cases. She is an attorney, by the way. She's schooled in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. By the way, I'm not an attorney, but I've been fighting CPS for 15 years. And I do know what you can do and not do and not be able to see your children. I know you're up for TPR, but that hasn't happened yet. She has no visits, no communication. Last court date was April 30th, and there were a few things ordered that CPS just not following. They had 14 days to enforce it. The next court date, July 17th. All right, I have a metal thing in my head, and hopefully I won't forget. Well, can you order the thing is? Can you bring up the stipulation that they are not doing what they're supposed ordered to do? Hello, Christina Reynoso. Please check on Mrs. K. You're talking about K. K Manley? Yes, I will. I talked to her 2 days ago. She was talking to me, but then she had to leave and she'd get back to me, but she hasn't. I know the details of what's going on with Kay in Kentucky. Thank you for reminding me of that, Christina. Excuse me 1 second. Excuse. I'm back. Question, Christina. Who is Monday K? Maniac Monday K. Who's that? Who is Maniac Monday K? Oh, Maniac Monday is the name of Kima Richardson's show. Is that what you're talking about? Yes, she's in the room. Akima is here. Akima Richardson, you know Christina Renoza, and Akima also goes by KK. I didn't know her show is called Maniac Mondays with Miss K. I did not know that. Right, you have a show Monday, Monday my time, and 5 p.m. Eastern time, right? Mm. So, Maniac K show at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That'd be 5 o'clock my time. I'm on Pacific time. That'd be 7 o'clock Central time. Yes, Christina. Kay came into the room and she was frazzled. She had to quit her show early. No, Akima should file a grievance. You need to help her. Christina Reynosa has helped out Megan Wilson, Bob Pace, and a bunch of other people. Felicia of Oxnard, Cruella. She helps you do a grievance case. It's really good what she does. Hold on. I put a thing called the beta. It'll show up there in a second. You'll see the you'll see Christina's comments come up on the screen. There they are. They're the comments. See Akima Richardson, Christina Reynoso. You see the comments up on the screen? I have them up now. They're blocking out Vince's number a little bit. Good. You see them now. There's a new program on StreamYard. It's the beta format where it actually shows the comments. You see, only people can see YouTube comments, but they can't see Facebook. Now I put both YouTube and Facebook on the screen. I just got to remember to do it. I just got to remember to do it. KK, Christina wants to help you. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to your daughter, KK. So some of you never messaged before. You can text a message by making a question or comment about CPS. Please state your first name, your city or county, your state, and if you're outside the United States, your country. Also, please tell me about your CPS case from the beginning to where you're at the moment. Now, when I said country, this is live stream everywhere in the world. From Indonesia to Bangladesh to India to Saudi Arabia to Libya in the Middle East to Africa to Liberia, um, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and South Africa. Then up to Europe, we have the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and then Denmark and Sweden. Across the pond to Canada, North America, we have Canada and the United States, and all 50 states, including Washington, D.C., have called in. South of the border have been Mexico, and then further south of South America, north of Brazil, has been Grenada on the East Coast. Then across the South Pacific, we have New Zealand, and then the land down under, Australia. So it's a total of 23 countries. There's a lot of countries. I've talked to over 2,100 people, 2,100 people. And I'm very fortunate to have a nice family here that come on all the time. KK and Christina Reynosa are definitely part of the family. There's no question about that. There's a lot more of you out there. Now we're here. I'm here to help you. And so please text in a message. Now, another thing you can do besides text a message, you can be a guest on my live stream. That means you can be just like me talking on the live stream. I can take up to 9 of you at one time. 9 of you could be a guest on my live stream, and we can all talk and help one another. To do so, all you have to do is pick one of my 14 live streams. You just tell Grace, my show producer, Grace at vincentwdavis.com. Good evening and welcome to my live stream. This is Bob Pace, and who do I have the pleasure of talking to? Okay, this is who again? I'm sorry. Heather Key. Glad to talk to you, Heather Key. And I think I talked to you earlier today, and then the night before last, you finally get a chance to talk in about your case, Heather. And what part of the world are you from, Heather? Out of what county? Pot, like P-O-T-T? Oh, okay. Right. So why did you move? Did you have to move or you just moved for your own choice?
Behavioral issues, but we were trying to work through that as well with no help from the government, even though I tried to inquire their help. Okay, well, then my house was double sold. She lost it in the civil suit. The day that I was to secure the camper for my boys to have a roof over their head, she wanted me to stay clean. Well, I couldn't. I told her I'd clean whenever I got back. but I had already done so much work to the property. I mean, it's ridiculous. I even found drug needles in my walls. There was trash scattered all inside my house, well, outside. There was no water to the house. I had to fix the water myself. I became a plumber without a license. I ended up paying to get the electricity fixed because it just had 2 electrical cords going from the box to inside the house. I cleaned up the yard. I cleaned up the inside. And still, that was not suffice enough for her to just let me just continue to live there. Anyway, she got mad at me for not cleaning and told me that evening I had to move. So I was like, okay. I don't want to be anywhere I ain't wanted. You know what I mean? And so I was in the process. To ID the woman and to assess the situation. They told me just not to talk and joke around with my customers no more. Okay. Well, then the very next day, my freaking water got kicked in. My main water line in the house got kicked in. So there's no running water to the house itself. There's still water outside, but not to the house itself. Okay. Then the next day, the electricity was not in my name, but I was paying it with my card. I still had $98 on it. She had her granddaughter's boyfriend shut it off on me. We had to stay there for 8 days without any kind of electricity. We were using flashlights and whatever other means we could, propane, gas stove. I did what I had to. Got the camper on the property, but I was lucky enough to have a wonderful friend named Kendra Wise that helped me to stay in a motel and stay at her house for a couple weeks. And then I went back to the house with my 2 youngest, and I let my oldest, well, technically my oldest ran away, but I knew where he went, so it wasn't like run away. But he ran off the very day before that I went to go back to the camper. I had my 2 youngest, we stayed one night. And the next day, one of my came up and said, "You need to take a break. Let me buy you beer. Come on." My baby had just fallen asleep for a nap. My oldest didn't want to go because he wasn't getting nothing out of the deal. And it's been just me and them. I haven't been able to keep a babysitter. I've been through like 20 babysitters in the last year because either I couldn't afford them or they couldn't handle my 3 boys. Okay. So then I went to the store. I was only gone for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half at most. I didn't really know because I left my phone and my keys with my son, my 11-year-old son. My baby was asleep in the car seat, strapped in. I know it's not ideal, but there was no electricity to my camper because they shut off my electricity. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And it was not ideal, no, but my boys know what to do. We've been taking care of each other all this time, throughout all the abuse. They love their baby brother and would not let anything happen to him. He was asleep. Okay, so I left the car running, and I hopped on the bike with my ex-boyfriend real quick. We rode up to the store. On my way back, I saw my niece walk. I said, "Hey, girlie, what you doing?" She said, "Apparently there's cops at your house." I went hauling ass. I didn't even let the bike come to a complete stop. I jumped off and ran up to him, asking him, "What's wrong? Are you okay, baby?" Thinking he knows something actually was wrong. There was nothing wrong. A wrecker showed up to get my car because that $1,000 that was stolen was my car payment.
Oh boy.
And to get my camper place. Come to find out, it was the oldest boy that stole my money. And anyways, the cop was right there after. My sister-in-law, my brother's baby mama, should I say, was there with my baby on her hip talking shit about me, saying that she was going to teach me a lesson where she don't even know me. And the thing I knew, I was being kidnapped, and so were my boys. In the state of Texas, there is no age limit on how old a kid can be to watch their sibling. And it's a misdemeanor ticket to have a kid in the car here.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you had um, your situation is where the child was not buckled up in a car seat, correct?
No, he was buckled in.
Then what was the problem with the car seat?
And then that's the thing, because there was no question at all.
How can you be abandoned if your children are with you? How is that considered abandonment? How can you consider that abandonment if the child's with you? Well, wait a minute. I thought you were stopped on the car. I'm sorry. Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you start in right when it's first started? Start talking about your case when it first got involved with CPS. Okay, before that, that's what I thought you were. I thought the first people that stopped you were the police. Oh, okay. And the police were at your place? So there was funky business going on. Okay. Uh-huh. Which son? Okay. How many children were we talking about again? Is he the 15-year-old? When he first got involved with CPS, how old was he? And, and how old was he 2 weeks ago? How old was he 2 weeks ago? Okay. Now, where was the CPS at the time they where were your children? Who were they with? Well, I'm not worried. I'm not assuming that. I'm talking about. Um, all right. Now, what was wrong? What was wrong with 11-year-old watching the 3-year-old brother? What was wrong there? Well, if you are there, how are you abandoning them? Well, what's the problem by having a child in the car? Aren't children allowed to ride in the car now in Texas? Aren't they? So your relative called in on you. Your
So
relative called the police. Well, why did you?
to you.
Okay. Um. Well, have they charged you with anything? Well, what was the charge?
The, the AC, they food, water, and we were getting ready for the next day. So there wasn't no point in hooking back up the electricity to the camper if I'm moving that day. My ex was like, "You have been stressed out way too much lately," because I was still trying to get over being sick. I was in the middle of trying to find a new job. I was in the middle of trying to place my camper. I was in the middle of everything, trying to deal with my oldest behavioral issues. We've had one problem after another, and all this did was, I know, give me PTSD. I've done nothing but yell at these people since this all started. I can't seem to stop yelling at them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I need help.
Yeah.
I've been told that there's lawyers that can help me, but there's none in my area. They're all out in Tarrant County. Nobody serves in Hunt County.
Have you even tried to go to the internet and look it up?
Yeah, and so far I ain't finding nothing, so that's why I came to y'all. I'm going on to Tiffany Wise, who's Tiffany the Punisher on YouTube as well. I'm going to be going to her show tomorrow night to let out my word to see if anybody can help me.
Well, here's a question. What is the city?
Please.
What is the city your CPS is in? What is the name of the city?
Greenville, Texas.
Greenville, Greenville.
Yes, sir.
Greenville. Is that considered a big city?
Is that considered what?
A big city.
It's not a big city per se. It's more of a big town.
Okay, but Greenville, Texas, and then I'm going to put in CPS.
And everybody knows.
And what are you asking for? You're asking for, you're asking for a juvenile. That's what it is. Juvenile.
Very good. And they work very well together. But yet I have not anything in my favor. The only thing that's been in my favor was that they finally put my two youngest with their grandmother. Their only living grandparents. My parents are all dead. And I even been begging to bring my oldest back to me because he wasn't even part of the case. He wasn't even there whenever it happened. They shouldn't have even taken him because he wasn't there. He was at a friend's house, and I told them that he was okay there, that he could stay there. And they never brought me no paperwork to make that okay or nothing. And then all of a sudden, it was unsupervised, not good supervised situation or some shit. And all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, they took him the day before he was supposed to come see me in jail.
Mm-hmm.
My babies need me. Yeah. I need them.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. You go to Google. Always use the Google search engine.
Hang on, let me go on. I'm going to go on with you.
And I'm just going there to see.
Because I did that earlier, and I wasn't finding nothing that was of use for me here. Because everybody that they mentioned on there are all good friends with CPS. That's what my lawyers told me. Both of my criminal and my CPS told me that they are all very good friends, everybody in the area.
Have you ever heard of the Perrone Law Firm in Greenville, Texas?
The what law firm?
Perrone.
They will help me all take without a retainer.
Well, nobody's going to help you without a retainer. I can't find free ones or things. Are you going to have to pay a retainer some amount? Is it right now you have no money to pay any kind of retainer?
No, I don't. I just barely got a job.
Wow.
Because I was in jail for 36 days. And
that hurt. Yeah.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Now, why would you be in jail if the case was a bogus case? Why were you in jail?
Because they're corrupt.
So
to get
did you?
drunk
Okay.
or get it down to
All right.
misdemeanor.
You got arrested for a felony or a misdemeanor.
Felonies.
And what was the felony that you're accused of? What felony?
Abandonment and endangerment.
All right. And did you go before a judge for your arraignment?
No. But yes.
Wait a minute. How can you be arrested
For
and not go
arraignment,
for a
yes.
judge?
Yeah, for arraignment, yes. I went in front of a judge for arraignment, not
All
to
right.
be
When you
indicted.
saw that judge, did you tell the judge that you've not been indicted?
Well, they know. They know that because it takes months, almost like 2 years most of the time, to get indicted.
Well, how can they take you into jail?
I don't know that that's what they did. A system like that. I've never been in trouble before.
Yeah, but they're
Yes,
taking
they-
advantage of you not knowing the law. That's what the problem is. 99% of the people.
He said, yes, I would. I said, I'm so sorry for your daughter to have a father like you. It was bad. It was a bad day. My kids are messed up over this. I know they got to be because we've only been away from each other like maybe 10 times since my second was born.
Mm-hmm.
In 11 years, we've only been away from each other overnight, maybe 10 times. They're always with me. It's always been us against the world. And us being separated like this, it messes me up bad. I can only imagine what it's doing to them.
Yeah, hold on 1 second there. Hold on. Akima Richardson, KK, Christina Reynoso out of Las Vegas, Nevada is who you need to look up on Facebook. It's M. Christina Reynoso. M. Christina Reynoso out of Las Vegas, Nevada. That's who you have to look up,
Okay.
KK Richardson. I'm talking to the people in the room, okay? So anyway, KK, I can get in touch with M. Christina. There's no problem there. What you can do for me, Akima, is text me. Let me put my number up. Let me put my phone number up. Text me at my phone number, 626-698-0990. Your full name, your email, and your phone number, and I'll pass it on to Christina. Okay, KK? I'll do that for you. So if you can hear me, KK Richardson. Okay. Now, now your case is that you were taken in jail. You were never indicted, but you never had your chance to go before the judge and plead guilty, not plead guilty. That's the bail. That's the bail. I think that's the bail. Is what they're talking about. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can't sue them until your case is over. That's what you can't do. And you can only sue them for things like violation of your constitutional rights or your civil rights. So it has to be where they lied on the stand and committed perjury. You can sue them, but it's got to be something related to that. No, I mean I just trying to save you time and so forth. Now,
Right,
Okima
right.
Richardson.
Like, dude, you go from abandonment to endangerment.
Yeah.
Because I know the area, and our area has a lot of drugs in the area, but it's not that bad. I grew up there. I've been there for 20 some odd years. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows enough of me and mine. And so it's not endangerment whenever everybody knows you.
Okay. I'm going to sum everything up for a moment here because we are 20 minutes left of my running time. About 6 more minutes to the show time's over. We have Cruella from Oxford. Cruella. She's a mother that has two babies that her father has but won't return them. She's being forced to be evicted from her mother's home. She was a caregiver for her mother. Her mother's missing, and her brother is the one causing all kinds of problems. And good evening, Lieutenant E from California. It's good to see you. And Cruella says, Akima, I can't believe you haven't seen your babies in so long. I haven't seen mine September 15th, 2024. So her father is keeping Cruella's babies from her. And she hasn't seen September, but KK Rich is a lot longer than that. Hello, K Angel. I'm so sorry you came in the tail end of the show early this morning. Oh, you're Heather Key. You're K then, K Angel then.
You, Angel, yes, sir.
Oh, so you're on the show right now. Okay, good. I didn't relate the Q Angel thinking to Heather Key, who's K. All right. So we have Heather K from Texas. That's right. That's good. Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm glad you are. I don't think it's that difficult to chat. I'm a really easy person to talk to, and I'll try to make you feel comfortable and try to help you out. As I was saying, I was looking up, attorneys for you, and there are some there. And you're just going to have to call them. There's two important questions to weed through them. Question one is you always ask them, are you a juvenile law, family law, dependency law attorney who has fought CPS and gotten the children back? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Then you're going to ask the next question. The first question again is that are you a juvenile law, family law, dependency law attorney and who has fought and got children back from CPS? So if the answer to that question, okay, sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. If I was there, I would help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ask them if they're licensed and schooled in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Those are the three areas of law they got to be in. You don't need a criminal attorney. You don't need a divorce attorney. You don't need an immigration attorney. You don't need a real estate attorney. You need someone in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. And dependency. Hmm? Yeah, the court you're in is called dependent court. If they say yes, they have gotten children back from CPS, then you say that's great. Now my next question is, have you ever fought CPS either in state court or in federal court and got money back from them from winning against CPS? If they say yes, then and they say yes, the first one, then you're in good shape. If they say no, then don't waste your time. Right. You see, what's happened is that if they've done that and won money back, then they're not afraid to sue CPS, and they'll be good for you for you as a client. Now that yeah, that's the first question. Now, if they answer that first question as a sounding yes, then your next question is ask them, have they ever sued CPS after your case was over and won money back? Have you ever sued CPS and won money back? And if the answer is yes, then you got yourself a real good attorney prospect. Okay, good. All right. Now, the second part of that question, if the answer at first yes, the second part of the question, have you ever sued CPS after your case is over and won money back from them? That's your second question. Okay, those are the two questions. If they're resoundingly yes to both of them, then all you have left to do is get the three references. They need to give you three references. Yeah, that's really important because then you're going to interview them and see if the chemistry is right and check out the references. You need to do the references before you see the attorney. References like people that they worked for, like this attorney XYZ worked for Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Smith said he was a great attorney. Yeah, the people that hired him and what their case was about and got children back, or they fought them in CPS. So that's what you need to do. That's what it really is important there. You don't have to use Mr. Davis, but he is available and he will defend cases out there, far away from home, another state.
Yeah, yeah, you. You,
Yeah, well, that's why you need to decipher. You don't want a criminal attorney. You don't want a divorce attorney. You don't want a real estate attorney or a damage attorney. You want one that is in dependency law, family law, and juvenile law. Those three areas of law. And by the way, by you talking the show, you're going to qualify to speak to Mr. Davis in a private one-on-one Zoom consultation. And you get to ask him numerous questions. You're given 15 minutes. So you prioritize your question and put the most important one first. And then you ask away and he'll answer. Well, um, well, his rate, if he wants to come out to Texas, right now, his rate is approximately a retainer of $5,000 and he's $500 an hour attorney. Now, his retainer is based on LA County. That's close by. If he has to go to Texas, there's the airfare, the ground transportation, the hotel accommodations, the food, and the license for Texas. He doesn't keep law license in every state. It's too expensive. But if he has to go there, he'll take the exam and get the license. That's not a problem. Yeah, it may be on that. It may be on that. Yeah, it is hard there. I know that someone the other day wanted him to come to Georgia, and the couple I told him was $125,000. But that was airfare, car rental, hotel accommodations, and food, and the payment of a license fee. I know it's expensive. It does. It does. Well, I do, Kate. Now, what I want you to do, and you may have already done it. I don't know. I was looking for if you did it, but I want your full name. your email, and your phone number. Yeah, your full name, first to last name, your email, complete email, and then your phone number, your complete phone number. That way I can copy it and I want you to text that to me at 626 698 0990. Okay? And if you want to call me again tomorrow, you're perfectly welcome to. I'm on at 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you, and in about a week's time, your meeting with Vince Davis will be scheduled, and you can ask them. Just make sure you prioritize the questions you want answered first. And so they will help you. I just really sorry that you're going through what you're going. All right. Is there any other questions? Yeah. Yeah. Is there any other questions you have for me? Okay. Well, all of you get familiarity with each other, and you know, I know I can help you. Yeah, I know I can help you. I know I can. Yeah, no, no, I thank you, Kay. But I want you not to have to be a stranger around here. And then when you talk to Mr. Davis in about a week, okay, you can ask those questions, prioritize which ones are most important to you to answer. Okay? All right. God bless you. And thank you, Kay, for calling in. Bye bye. Okay, that was Kay from Texas. And she has a difficult case. They're trying to railroad things down and everything by that way. But she's interested in getting some additional lawyer help and other things like that. Now, I want to thank Intended Eve from California for you guys that your support and so forth. Cruella, I'm so glad that he says it took me hours that day to finally stop contemplating. I understand that. If it was really too late, if we'd actually bring my mom home, I may never see my babies again, but that's an outrage because it shouldn't be. I agree with you, Cruella. I agree with you. But Christina Reynoso is helping you. So don't give up. Don't give up. Now, we had Kay just got through talking from Texas. Their case pretty bad. That's also Angel. Angel and Kay are the people that talked. So, of course, we have Cruella. And then we have Okima Richardson, who is from New York. And she has a very difficult case because everybody's turned against her. And then we have Christina Reynoso in the room, and I appreciate that. She's really great to have. She helped you every. She's helped me. I appreciate all she does. Well, I gotta shut down my show because it's after 8 o'clock, and my show goes to 8. And I know we had a little technical difficulties getting the backdrop, but my show producer fixed that. I want to thank her again. Akima, I hope it goes better for you. Thank you, Akima Richardson from Brooklyn, New York. Also, Christina Reynoso, it's so good to have you in this room, and thank you for all your help and support of all these people in there. And also want to thank you, Intended Eve from California, too, for your prayers and so forth for helping out people in the room and everything. That's really nice. You see, who else I left out? I talked about Kima, Christine Reynoso. I think I've covered everybody. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I want to thank everybody that helps me and comes here. Just remember, you're fighting for your children. Do not give up. Don't hang in there. You will. You will. And it just takes a lot of time. I'll be on again tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's the West Coast time in California. And then I'll have a top hat. I want to appreciate your help and so forth. But now, do not forget your children. Keep fighting for them. You will get your child back. Again, thank you all for being in here. And God bless you. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But it's time for me to go. So please listen to this very important message from Mr. Davis. God bless you and sleep well.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.